Hello. Hope everyone's having a lovely evening. Sad about how yesterday's game turned out. The fact of the matter, I needed a tutorial for a tutorial, which is like, bruh. So many words. Bruh. But I think that it was just like a warm-up, a little test run, a way to kind of get the feel. And I think once we come back to it, that we'll know what we're doing. Rotate the dial to begin frequency calibration. Is it in a specific way? 50. 50. Okay, I guess I got it. I think it's lit, right? Good evening. I'm so confused with what's going on. Thank you for the... Oh, let's see. Commandant. This thing at Dreamglow Garden is the place we talked about before, where my flower field can be projected and you can experience becoming a seed, which reminds me, have you been using the meals I prepared for you before? Oh, so it is, live. We will do all the extra fun things on here. Well, we're seeing the voice acting had to show up, and I am trying to get to Orly's job. Let me see here. I think it was was it 14? It was 14. And I think we were supposed to, I know we're supposed to have saved the sister. So I don't know where else we was left off at. Gloomy clouds blanket the sky. Golden rays of light struggle to penetrate the clouds as if attempting to save what remained of Earth. A transport craft carrying the Strikehawk trio breaks through the dark clouds and lands steadily on a patch of open land covered in yellow sand. Oh, you know what? I actually do remember what happened. So, after the last one, they thought that we were working with the Ascendants, which we actually were, and they ended up disappearing on us, and we didn't know what to do. Came back, decided to hold us into confinement, which was just absolutely fun for a couple of days. And now we're relying on Strikehawk to make things right for us so we can go on with our plan. Hopefully that made sense. Anyway, as soon as the hatch door opens, a blonde figure rushes out. He looks around and shakes his head in disappointment. There used to be an abandoned ruins here, but now there's nothing. Was this where Watanabe was? Only scorched earth remains underfoot. Everything that was once here has been reduced to charred rubble, leaving only devastation. I missed the was part. I was like, the sentence is not sentencing. Billowing white smoke rises from the scorched earth. Cinderelican remains of everything that once was stretched out a hand, beckoning the distant sky only to vanish in thin air. Well, this is ground zero for the longinus strike. I hate the extra words that random. From follows Kamui out of the cabin and scans the surrounding area. Nothing is left here, but the punishing constitution still continues to fluctuate sporadically. Guess the show ain't over just yet. Despite the red tide having been cleansed for quite some time already, it shows signs of surfacing once more. After a concerted effort to find Luna, the enemy leader, her whereabouts remain unknown. Whatever the reason, it's the sign of a colossal threat to come. For Chrome, this recon mission has deeper implications after learning about the current state of moi. If they can find the Ascendant leader, they can at least give some credence to moi. Stay on high alert. You need to find the source of this anomaly ASAP. Looking at the ground in front of him, Chrome opens the map on his terminal and tries to figure out their current position. Based on the previous investigation, let's head northwest first. That's where a majority of the data anomalies that we have been monitoring are located. Kamui go get Winchi. You got it, boss.
Oh my gosh, it's Sleepy.
Yawn. You rang. Right before Kamui runs into the transport craft, Wanshi stumbles out of it half awake. There's always the half-sleep, white-haired characters. You can't tell me otherwise. Like, pick me awake like that again and I'll blow a fuse. Who should you? The flight over here was so smooth I was out before I knew it. I could sleep through a hurricane. Touche. So what's the plan? I seen someone spell touche as like touche, and I was like, huh? And not one person batted an eye. I was like, okay, so... Okay, sure. We're not gonna talk about this? We need to find out if the red tide is still hiding somewhere, obviously. Wanshi furrows his brows, then looks around at the scorched earth. Several days have already passed since they were tasked with deploying the bit domain nodes, but you are still being monitored. He has wanted to investigate the commandant's previously unmentioned symptoms on his own in search of treatment, but he has only been met with red tape. Looks like this mission is just an excuse to keep Strike Hawk out of the picture. A sneaking suspicion pops up in his MIND, but he lacks the proper intel to back it up. Let's finish the mission before investigating any further. As Wanshi catches up to his two comrades, the trio begins to make their way northwest. Through the acrid smell of scorched ruins, after a short while, Chrome's comm link begins to flash again. Oh, another thing, randomly, it's just gonna be a bunch of like war robots for like a few days while I finish up Mormons. I decided, you know, I'm gonna be productive today, and then the game went into maintenance. So that was fun. Looking at the time, I'm guessing you haven't made it too far. Correct, Mr. President. We ran another threat assessment of the mission. We may encounter a massive red tide, so I've temporarily assigned Kamui to join the team. Due to his particular nature as a transcendent, let him operate alone as much as possible. But don't let him remove the filter Asimov made for him. Roger. Kamui and Kamui are these two different people. I know that there's one inside Kamui, but like, how does that work? Anyway, he'll be there shortly. I'll leave the rest to you, Captain. Never mind, I guess this is two different people. With that, Hassan terminates the call. The president just raised the threat level of the mission. Now he has just taken into consideration the potential risk by assigning Kamui to our team. But if the situation is really as simple as Hassan made it out to be, all they would have to do is check if any area has slipped between the cracks. But are those areas the reason for the increased threat level? Damn, I was hoping for a change of pace. This place has been cleaner than a tub of ice cream in Kamu's hand. There's no red tide in sight. Am I thinking of the same person? What was that? Oh. Hearing a familiar voice, the trio turns to see a resentful Kamu intentionally keeping his distance. I find it funny he was my first summon, but they're not the same. Keep talking and I'll kill you. Ooh. Scary. At this moment, an indiscernible figure flashes by, just barely within view. Who was that? Huh? Was someone running behind us? Kamui looks back, but the barren land is devoid of life. Let's go check it out. This is not Scooby-Doo. Alright, it ran off to the west. Alright, in the direction of our target. We also need to check for any signs of the red tide. Leave it to me. The terrain here is too difficult to differentiate. Kamu, we can split up after we reach our target. Fine. Da-da-da-da-da. The barren lands extend outward like a vast ocean under the time-worn and shallow sky. The distant horizon obscured by smoke and dust like the scorched edges of burnt paper. Kamu silently follows the trio from a distance, scanning the area of clues. Why? What did we do that he just don't like us? I don't think we pulled a Gojo moment and just started wearing him out, did we? But no matter where they go, the barren landscapes is a lifeless monotony of scorched remains. Let's split up here. Right as Chrome issues the command, the team hears something nearby. Everyone turns towards the direction of the sound, but there is nothing to be seen. Do we have company? I can imagine why someone would be in such a dreadful place. Maybe it was the person we saw earlier. Let's go check it out. The team proceeds in the direction of the sound, but all they find are footsteps containing the punishing virus. Feels like we're being watched. I'm never figure out the fish girl. Does she have feet? I think she just swims in the air, don't she? Maybe it's not her. Standing up at a distance, he scans the surrounding area. His gaze stops on the transport craft that had brought them here. He was saying, could it be someone who was here? Can't tell if it's the same person yet. Must be a corrupted or ascendant nearby, given the punishing concentration of their footsteps. Following Kamu's gaze, Chrome looks back at the transport craft. Why would they be hiding if they're an ascendant? To draw our attention, or maybe they're wounded and trying to avoid a confrontation. Considering that these footsteps might belong to the target, Chrome determines to continue to pursue. You can't jump to conclusions. Let's keep searching. Grab a sensor and split up. Kamu, you take the west? You got it, boss. Wanchi, you take the east, stay on high alert and maintain contact. Got it. Kamu will take the north, I'll take the south. If you find anything or run into danger, don't get impulsive. Keep your comms on at all times. Roger. Of course Kamu wouldn't say anything. He's just trying to be like the emo, it ain't a phase. Like, okay, get into it. Get into it. But yeah, I was planning on having back-to-back Mormons, but I started chapter 5 and then it just kicked me out. It said it requires more investigation, but will the Red Tide really be such places? Yes. At any rate, there are only scorched earth and ashes left. But it is true that high concentrations of punishing virus can be detected occasionally. I'll set up a detection device where you go and check the situation below. Let me know if you can find anything. Found something already. Isn't this of course Shrek or the Loch Ness Arsenal? Why the hell are creatures here? Seems the previous detection was not a false positive. There are some things hidden nearby. Kinda like that. Oh wait! I didn't realize he like dodge.
You can't beat me!
Just him rolling around. These Hedera creatures are smaller than before, didn't realize. So he was taking care of them as well. The same is true for upper floor. Some Hedera creatures here and there, but it's easy to take care of. I guess it may be because the Red Tide is still declining. Kinds of the punishment berries can also be detected in the boxes nearby. Oh, okay. Although it may be residue just to be safe, let's break them all and open and check. That's right. When I bet and see who finds more hitting Hedera creatures? Why would I do something like that? Just cause? But I'll come to your aid if you're in trouble. Deal. Jeez. Okay, I didn't read that. I'm not gonna lie. Congratulations, also stop. Okay! Doesn't want me to read nothing. So you can more concerned with the biggest hole on it. I find it funny that if it's like short dialogue. If it's short dialogue, it'll take forever to change, but if it's not dialogue, which is Captain Crack, then it'll just fly. Archie, I did it! Honestly, I'll come over to help. Wait, that sounded from above. Is there a new Hedera creature? Let's go check it out. I feel like I'm about to be ambushed somehow. Come on. Now you can use your legs. I need him to like run just a tad bit faster. I know he has like a big old sword on, but like I feel like a good handful. Like I think even Guts run faster than this. Like there's more. One yell. There's two of them. A backhanded him. They don't seem to have been lurking here all the time. Maybe they came from somewhere else. Not too many enemies left. Let's get it over with. I wonder, how does his headphones stay on? How do they not break? What are these? A new variety. There's not a lot of them. Maybe they got separated and or only they survived. Hello. This area has been cleared, but the punishing concentration was expected to be abnormal. Let's call Captain over.
That felt so good!
I'm telling you. Them headphones are just for show. Crow follows the punishing concentration in the direction of footsteps and enters a path of scorched ruins. Even though the footsteps begin to fade, Chrome discovers a pack of unusual heteroid creatures. Compared to those previously discovered, they're more closely resemble an organism that once existed on the Earth's scorpions. Oh, Earth, scorpions. Anyway, right as Chrome discovers the pack of scorpion-like heteroid creatures, they too discover him and launch an attack. After a quick battle, they let out an ear-piercing screech as Chrome rends them to pieces with his scythe. Once Chrome secures the area, he puts on a pair of protective gloves and takes some samples for analysis. There's nothing in our database on these heteroid creatures. Looks like we discovered a new species. Maybe they only started to emerge recently. Regardless, their mission is clear. Chrome opens the comm link without hesitation and taps Osmosity. Sorry, call Captain Chrome, reporting again. I've discovered an unrecorded species of heteroid creature. Send it over. Here's something I wanted to ask you. Do you have a minute? That depends. I wanted to know if this type of heteroid creature is a recent phenomenon. Sorry, we can talk about it later if you're busy. Now I'm just looking at the data you sent over. Looks like this type of heteroid creature has already evolved again in such a short amount of time. One thing is for certain, this is by product of the Red Tide. Hearing this, Chrome's suspicions are confirmed. The Red Tide must still be here if heteroid creatures are roaming around. Are you going to continue searching the area? Yes, thank you for your help. I'll contact you if we collect any more samples. That won't be necessary. Give them to me when you come back. I've got other work to do. Okay. Now let's try to do our job correctly. Over 2 hours after Chrome ordered the team to split up, even with each of the squad members installing a sensor in their respective areas, fluctuating punishing virus concentration proves difficult to uncover any clues. The geology also offers no conclusive evidence except for the head of a creature from earlier. Perhaps this was due to the Loch Ness arsenal of someone intentionally covering the tracks. It is suspected that the Red Tide has retreated underground, but 2 hours of searching has not uncovered anything resembling an underground access point. Further investigation into the surrounding area and the task force investigation into the underground city has been equally fruitless. Maybe there was an easier, albeit crude, method. Luckily, Chrome has brought a bag of explosives as powerful as jitter bombs just in case. Based on the fluctuating trend of high punishing concentration, the sensors indicate the closest high concentration zone is 35 meters from the surface. To get the positioning wrong and use up all the explosives, they will have to return to base or call for support. We need to reconfirm the positioning of the explosives. Given the fluctuating concentration, there are numerous possibilities. If it is only a polluted underground waterway, the real Red Tide would be elsewhere. With everything that needs to be done, hastily requesting support will only add undue burden unto others. The best course of action would be to continue checking. Just as Chrome is considering the matter at hand, Kamui's voice can be heard on the comm link. Captain, I found something. Understood, I'll be right there. Yeah, come to your adopted son. Chrome rushes over to Kamui. He sees Wanshi kneeling by him, looking at the high concentration reading on the sensor. All the data in this area are the same. Not to mention the locations of the high concentration is relatively close to the surface, at least closer than previously measured. Realizing that now is their window of opportunity, Chrome explains the plan to the others while checking the data relayed by the nearby sensors. But as quickly the windows open, it closes as the data returns to normal. What? Gone? What could it be? Maybe the Red Tide is moving underground? That seems highly likely. Let's use the explosives to blast open an access point. Where should we plant them? Looking at his terminal, Wan Shi points at several high concentrated spots on the map with a long, drawn-out yawn. Somewhere that is not just gonna be like dirt that you're gonna have to crawl yourself in. We have enough explosives to make 4 gases. Let's choose these 3 locations for the time being. We'll save the rest just in case. We can increase the blasting depth by cracking the surface. That should give us more of a buffer. Alright, my attempt shot. Kamui enthusiastically shoulders his great sword, then begins to hack away at the designated area, leaving a crack that vaguely resembles the letter A. By the looks of it, I'm guessing you've been playing Treasure Hunt, or... Kamui tilts his head in confusion. Seems like he has never heard of that game. My bad. Wan Shi responds as he assembles the explosives. What's that? Kamui continues hacking away with his great sword. Please don't hit the bomb. It's a popular sandbox game for VR. It's basically what you're doing right now. People use it for exercise and physical therapy. It's quite the workout. But it's mostly popular because you can dig up tickets that can be redeemed for gold. Someone wants 10 tons of gold and use it to buy their own private island. No way! I think I'll give it a try after the mission. Tough luck, there aren't any rewards left. The game was developed by the government to encourage people to break out, so they prepared and paid for the rewards beforehand. Now that there aren't any rewards, the game truly died off. Well, that blows. Why do you know so much about the game, Wan Shi? A long time ago, there was a sick kid who would just stay in bed all day and refuse treatment. I used it as a way for him to get some exercise. I can lend it to you if you want. Wait, is there co-op? We can play together. I'll pass. I'd rather just kick up my feet. I feel like he is the said kid. Wan Shi sits down, the fully assembled explosive device, then lets out a long drawn-out yawn. Hey, was that sick kid? Okay. I was hoping I wasn't the only one who was like suspecting. It's like, be for real. There's no way that he's just tired all the time, especially with all these yawns. Like, I yawn a lot, but like every sentence for him was a yawn. It's giving like he's just iron deficient at the moment or something. While Kamui waits for a reply, which he's never gonna get, Wan Shi becomes quiet for a moment, falling asleep right where he stands. Anyway, why isn't Kamui back yet? He walked fast. It'll take him a while to be back. Right at that moment, the trio sees Kamui here nearby, unwilling to come any closer, because of course. Get over here! Let's dance! Anyway, let's stop. We got enhanced gear this time around. That won't be necessary. I'm used to standing this far away. Are you scared of germs? We get used to standing here. But there will be missions without enhanced gear. I don't want to go through the effort. If we pick you up and place you like next to us, you think he will fight us? Kamui frowns and turns his back, ignoring Kamui. Suddenly, Chrome receives an anonymous encrypted message on his terminal. Any news on Luna? Who send a message like that? Chrome examines the metadata for any possible clues, but it has been scrubbed clean. Lee. There's no way to trace the sender. Our top priority is to find the Red Tide. There's no time to waste. We may not be able to trace it, but I'm sure you have a pretty good idea who sent it. We're not worried about that right now. Chrome furrows his eyebrows, thinking about the current state of... What? Hey. Although he has speculated that it might be someone who is looking for Luna, it would be foolish to probe for information this way. I think it's someone who's worried about Grey Raven. Grey Raven? What happened to them? Don't worry about all that. I heard something from my father before we left. Sly, hey. Not only violated military orders, but is also facing accusations of harboring an Ascendant. Harboring an Ascendant? How is that possible? Does that mean the Commandant's confined to treatment is just an excuse? You know about that? No wonder you haven't gotten much sleep recently. Oh! Okay. I was roasting his sleeping habits. I just wanted to help retrieve Sly after all. I still owe the Commandant. But it didn't take me long to realize it wasn't that simple. Grey Raven still doesn't know the whole story. If they did, they would rather have their memories checked than let Sly be charged. Therein lies the problem. With Yebing closest to Sly, then also lost consciousness toward the end. But there isn't any proof to exonerate. Exonerate? What does that mean? Unless someone can find the target's whereabouts, they're going to be monitored indefinitely and prohibited from performing missions. That reminds me, hasn't looked like he had something weighing on his mind this morning. There have been some other oddities as well. Seeing that Kamui wants to question Wan Chi, Chrome sticks out his hand to end the conversation. This is not the place for chit-chat. The top priority is the mission. Save it for when we're back in Babylonia. Roger. Kamui's just sitting there, just menacingly. You know, I would be wrong if I forced him to just start singing songs and hymns. After planning the explosive device and retreating to safety, they detonate the bomb. Amid a thunderous boom and plume of smoke, an indistinguishable figure jumps into the pit with lightning speed. Someone's there! Follow them! I wasn't coming? No. Rushing over to the pit created by the blast, the team discovers a dark cave just big enough for one person to squeeze into. Chrome hands the end of the carabiner. Carabiner? One of the three is correct. To Kamui, and cautiously leans down to probe into the cave. Looks like there really is a hidden underground region. Ron picks up a stone and throws it into the darkness. A clink comes echoing from the cavernous depths. It sounds huge. The light above, Chrome takes a detailed look at the inside of the cave before backing out and reporting to the other three. Does it look like an underground waterway? When I came here to explore, I heard that there were several access points near the Red Tide, but they were all abandoned pipelines that should have been taken care of. Looks like the access point was more hidden than we thought. Considering how low the punishing concentration is, I'm guessing it's not accumulating here for the time being. We must have detected the spike as it passed through. Not to mention, whoever used our discovery to rush in before the smoke cleared must be familiar with the area. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a depot network connected with the core region that was destroyed by the Loch Ness Arsenal. Otherwise, I can't imagine how the Red Tide would move undetected. What happened was, Zesty Dude. I try to think of his name. If you actually play as him, he sucks. But, like, he has the whoop chain thingy and, like, the gun. Prepare the little blaster. Anyway, the core area was flooded by the Red Tide, so it's no surprise that we couldn't detect the access point if it were hidden underneath it. But even after the Loch Ness strike, we still couldn't detect it. I think it was quickly covered up by someone. Given the footprints and the person that just ran in, it must be an enemy base that we haven't detected yet. We need to go down, Captain. Whether that to be eradicate the Red Tide or put a stop to any potential threats. This feels like a trap. Seems like someone is rolling out the red carpet for us. Are we really going down there? Brown pauses and throws a glow stick into the cave and inspects the waterway interior. Like you detected, the space is huge. The walls show damage and peeling, telling their history. A faint trickling comes from just out the glow stick's reach. Dreadful red liquid drips from the cracked pipe in the ceiling. The mist created from the splashing red liquid models the glow stick, staining the light red. There are trace amounts of red tide below, but the waterway is still humid. It's already passed through here as predicted. If we continue our search, the threat level will be much higher than when we first accepted the mission. But if we return to Babylonia, it's not like we'll receive any additional support. Not many task forces have returned to Babylonia in one piece lately. They still need time to repair their frames. The remaining teams are still out on missions. Not just missions. I went to go speak with Lee this morning, but I was prohibited from entering the preparation room. Who stopped you? Some guy in a suit. He had a chip on his shoulder. That's for sure. Now, are we talking about Lee's brother? The one I've been suspecting for all this time. Kurano. Nope, that's not him. Okay. Huh? What's with them? Kamui gives a look of disgust in response to Kamui's question. Let's report our findings to the Babylonian and prepare a distress call just in case. Ron quickly drafts up the report on his terminal and sets a timer on the distress call, as per routine. If the timer expires before he cancels it, the distress call will be immediately relayed to Babylonia. After transmitting the report to Babylonia, Chrome signals the others to proceed into the underground waterway. I'll scout ahead just in case the Red Tide comes surging our way. I won't be affected by it. And why is that? That's our safest bet. Be careful. Things are for your guys. Kamui quickly slides down and enters the cave with ease, landing on the pile of rocks below. Let me try to figure out he's an ascendant, but he just like ascendant turned good. Coast is clear. Come on down. Hearing this, the trio prepares to enter the underground waterway. What is it? Feels like there's something on my back. Crumb looks down and inspects Wanshi's back, discovering the addition of what appears to be a button. Had it not been for his familiarity with his team, such a minute. There's a certain, like, it's minute, and then there's like another one that's similar to it anyway. Minute, I guess. Detail, but I've surely gone overlooked. Minute. I hate the ones that spelled the same but sound different. Anyway, he gently grabs the button, then removes it from Wanshi's frame. It's a girl! Anyway, the pinhole lens on the button is like the dark abyss staring back at Chrome within his grasp. He crushes the device and pats Wanshi on the shoulder. Let's go. At least tell him what was it. Nothing out of the ordinary, but that doesn't mean we're free from trouble. The trio looks in the direction of Camu's gaze where the light meets the void. Dances of red lights are approaching rapidly. Leave him to me. Camu swings his great sword at the approaching danger. After a brief clash, the red lights disappear. Ortho scrap. I promise you this is Kamui with extra steps. Kamui, but he's emo. Before you can finish speaking, more hetero creatures come charging out from the depths. Camu, don't be rash! Before Chrome can convince him otherwise, Camu slams his great sword on the floor while surrounded by darkness. That's a terrible idea. We're getting crushed. Following the sharp clang of crumpling metal, Camu curses differently, and disappears among the array of red lights. Camu! As the trio runs into the darkest section of the waterway, they see dozens of fluorescent fish-shaped hetero creatures floating above the collapsed floor. The sound of running water and Kamu's enraged voice can be heard coming up from the hole. As I found a secret tunnel straight down. A fall that far didn't break your legs. Some people be built different, I'm not even gonna lie. I grabbed onto one of those floating fish just in time to break my fall. Don't jump down, the red tide is in here. Alright, we'll find another route down the rendezvous with you. Rendezvous? Anyway, we'll split up and investigate for now. I told you I was going to scout ahead. Okay, keep scouting. He walks away, cursing under his breath. Right at that moment, a strange noise comes from the other side of the previously quiet waterway. I'm had to figure he actually injured himself, and he's just like, let me walk it off, I don't want to show them. What's that over there? The trio returns to their previous location, and then walks to the other side in the light of the glow stick. They come upon a fish-shaped hetero creature floundering in its attempt to heal itself. It was just there. Seems like the work of an ascendant. Well, since we can't cross the gap back there, let's go this way. After fumbling for half an hour as they infiltrate the winding network of tunnels, we finally discovered an entrance in the distance behind the curtain. Informing his two comrades, they extinguish the glow sticks and stick them in their bags as they quietly approach. Is it still light? I guess it is. Gio pulls back the curtains to discover an inner chamber. Doesn't look like this is a part of a waterway. Did we find a hidden room? Be quiet. Kamui nods and lowers his volume. An aired room like this seems to have been part of the waterway. Finding a structure like this must mean this isn't just a waterway. Maybe it has something to do with the underground city. Right as the two of them are lost in thought, a fish floats in front of Kamui and blows up. A hetero creature. Kamui, keep it down! A hetero creature? Suddenly, the gentle and quiet voice of a girl comes from behind the trio. There is no sense of aggression in her voice. Had they been somewhere else, the presence of a quiet schoolgirl would not have batted an eye. Who goes there? What are you, Shakespeare? Looking in the direction of this voice, you see a feeble girl standing among a school of fish-shaped hetero creatures approaching Chrome. Oh. Okay. I guess that's not exactly who I was thinking of. Greetings, visitors. Stood among the backdrop of mottled lights, her golden eyes are glossed with a mysterious haze. Why have you broken into my greenhouse? The girl raises her slender left hand, and countless ribbons of red static envelop her arm. At that moment, the trio needs no explanation as to what they are facing. An ascendant! Camu and Kamui are the same. One of the same, if I do say so myself. That's golly! Without hesitation, Kamui swings his great sword at the girl. Before he can land a blow, dozens of fish-shaped hetero creatures form an impenetrable wall in front of the girl. No, I'm not an ascendant yet. With each slash from Kamui's greatsword, an endless stream of fish stands in his way. The girl, however, remains standing there motionless, seemingly oblivious to the attack. Kamui, get back here! He's an angry father. Roger. He quickly retreats behind Chrome. The wall in front of the girl gradually loosens and returns to their normal form as hetero creatures float around her. Continuing to fight won't be a fruitful endeavor. Fortunately, their opponents seem open to discussion, so they should be able to at least gather some information. Why do you want to harm my friends? The girl cradles the remains of a fish like a newborn baby. She passes the fish in her arms. Red current pours into its remains through the girl's fingertips. The sundered remains reform to the shape of a fish. I take it you're from Babylonia too. Two? Correct. We're the task force from Babylonia. Are you one of Luna's ascendants? No, I'm not an ascendant, and I have nothing to do with the ancient Luna. Even though she understands him as her enemy, she shows no intention of attacking. Instead, she looks at Chrome with absent eyes and smiles politely at him. My name is Cinderella, and that's Cinderellic. I'm just a trainee unworthy of Der Meister. Der Meister? Faced with Chrome's question, the girl named Cinderellic just gently outstretches the vestige of a wing. This action reminds Chrome of a man with mechanical wings, a man whose name everyone knows is synonymous with danger. By Der Meister, do you mean Gabrielle? No. The Gabrielle had wings? She retracts her damaged wing, stroking the tip of the feathers like a pitiful bird tending to its wings. No, not Mr. Gabriel. My wings is a relic of a friend. A friend? You mean those fish? Hearing Guanxi's question, Cinderella's eyes drooped down. No, not them. My first friend. Fish don't have wings. I'll bring my friend back one day. Then I'll return this wing. Can't you repair those fish? Repairing them only brings back an empty shell. Der Meister said that if I continue learning from Gabrielle, I'll figure out a way to bring back my friend. And also, the girl suddenly takes in a cold breath as if suddenly recalling something and receiving an order. She looks up as if coming to her senses. Her lifeless eyes are full of gloom under the mottled light. Since you're from Babylonia, you'll try to stop Der Meister. Her mission isn't the fight, but I must buy time before informing Der Meister. At that moment, the trio hears restless stirring from all around, following which Cinderella fades into the darkness.
Watch out! Look out, my friends! Ah!
I don't know if we should be concerned or not. It's just a bunch of fish, after all.
The one that advances wins.
One that advances wins. Okay. The light inside is growing over time. I mean, okay, what happens if it's full? I guess we'll never know. That is not a fish. That is a scorpion.
Get behind me!
A new hetero creature will pop up. Calls it the greenhouse, but it's more like cultural module. After there's another one over there. I'm going to take you out before you get it. Okay? Am I missing something? Oh, it's just inspected. Well, it wasn't giving me an option. The light orb is controlling the culturing module. You can overload it. Perhaps I could destroy the hetero creatures in it. Do that before you actually destroy it. Didn't expect them to be hiding in places like this. Are those things used for culturing those hetero creatures? Well, maybe they aren't many red type enough now to create hetero creatures this way. And it's almost lit. Ooh, hetero creatures try to destroy the facilities when attacking them. Gang. Take a go hand.
Get behind me!
Okay, well, I just missed their turn. But, crazy. Oh. Are there no more?
Requesting support!
Okay, well, I got backhanded. Give me a minute. Sir! Sir! I'm supposed to be getting backhanded.
Give it your best shot!
Come on.
Requesting support! Let's end it all!
Well, I one-shotted them, so I mean, give me goodies. I want goodies. I can't believe there are plants here.
Give it your best shot!
We'll see a lighthouse. One of these days. I wish I would not have to do this. This is really an underground waterway. I noticed signs of temporary modifications everywhere. These plans are unlike normal ones. They're covered in high concentration of punishment. Found a relic there.
This is where you'll stop proceeding. Our friends, let's shower our guests with red petals.
Watch out for those timers. What will teach you? Okay. They're strong.
Give it your best shot!
Go ahead. No, moss. Scooch, kadooch. Scooch, kadooch. Yes. Ooh, hello there. Okay, I need to see. Okay, lovely. Okay, hop to it. Hop to it. Lovely. Oh, this one here. Over here, this is not done. Nope, done. Lovely. Lovely.
I have brought you the promised victory.
The attempt was there. The line isn't it's not cooking for me, but I mean, get into it.
Oh my gosh, Munchie! Munchie's on it too.
Following the final blow from Kamui, the fish-like head-over creatures in the greenhouse are torn to pieces. Which one of them look like fish? I don't know. All that's left is you. Kamui swings his great sword, but its attack is deflected by a mysterious force. The tall figure saunters out from within the shadowy depths as if paying no mind to the enemy. Gabriel! If it isn't more Babylonian scum, struggle as you will only be in vain. Gabriel, our database has you marked as Luna's henchman. Does that mean Luna and the other Ascendants are here too? Other Ascendants? Gabriel's vocalizer forces out a sardonic sneer. Those cowards who betrayed the Ascension Network no longer have any right to reside here. Their whereabouts are of no concern to me. You don't care about where your comrades are? I have no interest in weaklings or cowards. Only those that possess absolute power and power itself are worthy of my attention. Then why are you still here at the former base? Because of Der Meister. Gabriel's voice fills with reverence and devotion. After that battle, he bestowed me with a new life and allowed me to bear witness to a new zenith of power. Der Meister. Are you referring to the Ascendant in our database known as Roland? Is his name Roland? Roland. Uttering the name, Gabriel's tone returns to its former coldness. The Meister I refer to is a different agent. Roland is nothing more than a traitor to the Ascension Network. Looks like they have themselves a new agent. Beauty minds. Does the existence of a new agent come as a surprise? Just another nuisance is all. Then let me share with you more good news. Aside from Der Meister, there is yet another agent nearby that is beyond your understanding. There are 3 agents. As I've said, there are only 2. As for Miss Luna's whereabouts, I do not know. Any attempt to reconfirm this will only yield the same answer. If you're so curious, I suggest you ask your colleagues. I'm sure they are more aware of the situation, considering how long they have been tracking her. You mean Babylonia have been tracking Luna this whole time? Of course, ever since Miss Luna became an agent right under Babylonia's nose, humanity has coveted her power. Gabriel pulls out his cane from the side of his cloak and points it at Chrome standing in front. As oblivious as you all are, there's no sense in continuing this conversation. I'd rather you finish you myself than disturb Der Meister. Seems like you're his #1 fan. Gabriel takes a step forward for its sparks to begin to emit from his footprints. Intertwining with his cold mechanical limbs, he must have been who he was seeing. Der Meister saved me from the brink of death and bestowed me with his newfound power. Now bear witness to this power. Countless red fountains coalesces in Gabriel's palm as he clutches This is photons. Anyway, as he clutches the bright cube, light erupts from the palm of his hand. I feel like I said phantoms instead of photons, but I digress. Anyway, amid the blinding red light, Gabriel launches himself headlong at Strikehawk. Defensive formation. The walls of the greenhouse begin to turn into rubble in the seismic tremors. Smoke and dust fill the room. The defensive formation barely manages to withstand the full might of Gabriel's attack. However, they know now the combat data on Gabriel was far from reality. Take back what I said. Y'all might be clueless, but you are just like those Grey Raven's troubles. No, Grey Raven. Gabriel refrains from answering. Another cube of red light begins to coalesce in his hand before it can materialize. It is disrupted by Kamui's great sword. Kamui, don't be reckless. Where's Kamu? Captain, but as a team. Roger. Chrome steps forward. The blade of his scythe swings in an arc. Wanshi swiftly leaps over his two comrades surrounding Gabriel and delivers a direct strike to Gabriel's skull from above. Red light erupts from the below, unleashing a wave of high concentrated punching fires into the invert devices. During pain spreads across their neural links and penetrates deep into their minds, sharp blade drilling into their bones. Pull back! Kamui swings his great sword backwards, using the inertia of the blast. He defends against the attack and pulls back several meters. Chrome raises his scythe to catch the falling Wanshi and flings him towards Kamui. Nice, but he is not a basketball. I just thought I'd let you know that. Kamui catches Wanshi and gives Chrome a thumbs up. Think you can put me down first? Please. The narrow confines of the greenhouse limits Gabriel's movement, unable to fly into the air. All he can do is swing his cane and attack the trio with the help of the punishing virus. Chrome adeptly parries Gabriel's lunges with a scythe. He quickly retracts his weapon and uses his window of opportunity to leap into the air and slash at his opponents. Gabriel is forced to step back in a hurry, pulling off his cloak. Countless red lights envelop him in preparation to unleash another explosion.
Gabrielle, Mother is still resting.
Mother. Mama! The red light of the greenhouse suddenly disperses in response to the girl. Gabriel retracts his weapon and glares at the nearby trio in contempt. Good evening. Oh yeah, he does sort of have wings. It's more like gliders if you ask me, but I digress. No need to fight in the narrow confines of the greenhouse. Don't think you can run? Run? No. I just don't want to ruin their master's plan. What the hell does that mean? Gabriel sighs in disdain, responding vaguely. Do you really wish to see their master? Leave with me and I'll give you an opportunity to fulfill your dying wish. If you insist on staying here, I can accompany you to the end. With that, Gabriel takes Cinderella and opens a door on the other side of the greenhouse, then stares at the trio. Perfect. Wait until I get my hands on this guy when I see him. Seems like a trap. If we stay here and fight getting crushed and the room caves in ain't much better, maybe it's a good idea to get out of this place. They won't let us leave now that we know about the new agent, so we can't just ditch Kamu. He doesn't know what happened here. Well, let's follow him while we wait for Kamu. What do you say, Captain? Wait, Wanshi, what do you think Cinderella meant by mother? That's a good question. Wanshi ponders the question a while, then quietly spits out a series of unlikely explanations. Based on the word, mother could refer to one of the agents mentioned earlier, a corrupted or even a new type of habitable creature. Chrome still has concerns concerning that whatever the true identity of this mother figure is, will only put the team in danger of being attacked. He nods to Kamui and Wanshi, signaling them to leave the greenhouse. Following Gabrielle and Cinderella, the trio walks down the spacious waterway and arrives at a platform lift. Why would a platform lift be here in the waterway? It's not that surprising. We did just come from an underground greenhouse after all. I don't think this waterway was really built to drain wastewater. They need to stay here often. This place might be connected with City 75, considering that it was the military facility built to prevent war. I wouldn't be surprised if it served multiple functions. From what we observed along the way, I'd assume it'd been abandoned for quite some time. Her motions to Kamui to keep his voice down. The trio slows their pace, distancing themselves from Cinderella and Gabrielle up ahead. This is just theory, but I think this abandoned corridor was open at short notice as a response to the Loch Arsenal. And I'm guessing it was abandoned due to the quality of the facility. I think you're right. Any more earthquakes and this waterway is going to collapse. Why is this the only shady part of the facility? A section of the report of City 75 stated that the facility was expected to isolate the infected prior to developing a serum. But the punishing virus spread faster than anticipated. The facility was abruptly abandoned before it saw any use. As they were talking, Gabrielle and Cinderella disappeared around the corner. The trio accelerated their pace to keep up. Among the flurry of footsteps, Curry, Chrome and Camu. You know, that would be interesting. Let me stop. It'd be thoughts that I'd be like, you know what, let me say that. And it was like, actually, let me not say that. It was strike Hawk calmly. Where you guys? Now, if he just didn't scout too far, he would know. Even though the Strike Hawk calmly is more stable than most, his voice intermittently cuts out due to the unique jamming technology of the underground city. On the platform lift down here in the waterway. What's the location? Maze down here. I'm going platform lift. Wait there. Alright, we'll wait for you. Right as Chrome terminates the comm link, the group sees Cinderella, who had disappeared around the corner, now floating in the air. Even though her damaged wing makes flight toilsome, 4 fish-like hetero creatures tightly grip the straps on her clothes to pull her upward. Guess those straps aren't just for looks. Captain, I want a pair of my own. I mean, it's just a big baby. I'll help you put in a request, but don't get your hopes up. Now's not the time, though. I wasn't expecting this kind of escape route from them. Wrong. I'm not going anywhere. Cinderella is no longer needed here. I'm more than enough to serve as your guide. Come with me. Okay. I have a feeling we're going to be jumped randomly, but I mean, that's just a theory.
Okay.
The one that advances wins.
Alright. Since you come this far, don't think you can retreat. That goes for you too. Oh my gosh. Look at him run. Mach 20. Be careful, it's a defense cannon. Why did you bring this big guy here? I need to conserve some strength since she's still around. Gee, are you talking about the guy who broke in here? What's it this? Leave it to me. You are...
Forward!
I'll stop it. Okay. I guess that works. Okay, you got a little... The floor is so hot. Tossing the floor is burnt by the cannon. It takes some damage.
The one that advances wins.
Proceeded not to take any damage. You are my fire. I want several cannons. You cannot dodge and escape briefly using selection. Okay, there are so many different things. The dog is just near without attack. Like I'm on the defensive, launch you, and I'll take the finish for the cannon. Oh, wait.
Requesting support!
Please.
Forward!
Okay. Or should I just jump across?
Ah,
Okay.
'tis but a stretch.
Yeah, no.
Let me, you can't beat me! Let's get this over with.
Okay, I almost had his voice about right.
Forward!
Okay, I'm trying.
Ah, not feeling too good.
I can see that.
Let's get this over with.
How are we planning on doing this? Because Emily's about to see God.
Plan to lie down first this time.
Okay. Doing this in all the wrong orders.
One that advances wins. Requesting support!
Yeah, well, I guess
Alert.
that's what we're
Regroup and replan.
gonna
Time for you to go to bed.
But it's... Oh, okay. Maybe we'll get spared. I cannot take one hit from him. He's over there. Okay. We're not going anywhere. He rushes into the lion's jaw. Okay, great.
I did it. One shot, one kill. Close your eyes.
Oh. Auntie kind of giving. Auntie is definitely kind of giving. The defense is in there, but... There we go. Going by itself. Cinderella, they're all yours. What did you say?
That felt so exhausting.
I feel like he's the opposite of Feral. They both do like the little stretching thing. After a chaotic flash of red, Gabrielle disappears above, leaving only Cinderella floating in the air as she is pulled by 4 fish. She quietly looks down at the platform below like a doll hanging on a rope to dry. Suddenly, head over creatures begin to pile up on the platform lift. Along with them, the punishing concentration also begins to rise. Fortunately, the trio's special reinforcements for the mission barely managed to keep the corruption rate just below critical. Didn't that guy say he wasn't going anywhere? Let's take care of the enemies in our way first. With concerted effort, the head-over creatures begin to decrease in number under the trio's barrage of firepower. Cinderella places her hands before her as if in a prayer and sighs gently. She seems to be doing something. Doesn't matter, we got this. And back to The platform lift begins to shake violently. The accumulating punishing virus transforms into a red electric current, climbing up the platform into her wing. The wing begins to expand under the effects of the punishing virus. A radiant red light envelops Cinderella. Amid the blinding light, she descends to the base of the platform. The ball of light enveloping Cinderella leaves a trail of crimson snowflakes that remains at the base. The platform begins to shake under this powerful force. Chrome sprints towards the blinding ball of light, slicing the red current with his scythe. His blade rends the head of a creature, protecting Cinderella in twain, and the tip of his scythe penetrates the heart of the blinding light from above. However, a deafening rumble reveals that the remains of the head of a creatures have taken a new shape. Treasure bombs? You mean the ones we used to open this hole? Even though the explosive power of a jitter bomb is not particularly strong, such a large number of the confined space is sure to be fatal. Where'd Cinderella go? With the platform now covered in glowing red jitter bombs, Cinderella is gone without a trace. Get to higher ground now! Now! Chrome fires a grappling hook to the top of the shaft, hooking onto the wall. You sure can prepare, Captain. He has to. He has a sleepy son, and an over-energetic son, and a son that head out to get milk and hasn't come back yet. Grab onto me. Wait, is he strong enough to carry them both? Got it. Kamui grabs onto Wachi's collar, then lunges and grabs onto Chrome's ankle as he is hoisted into the air. Right as the trio is hoisted up into the upper rafters of the shaft, the thunderous boom of an explosion comes from below. That's my captain. We are almost... Why didn't you do that earlier? Before Kamui could finish speaking, Cinderella appears before them and unleashes a downpour of arrow-like plumes, putting the concentrated punishing guard. Hanging onto Chrome, Kamui and Wanchi are certain they are unable to dodge the barrage in time, but to their surprise, Chrome releases the pulley of the grappling hook, causing the trio to repel rapidly. The barrage of feathers originally aimed at Kamui and Wanchi are now aimed directly at Chrome. First, he's gonna protect his peoples. But the lightning vaporizes the majority of the feathers, however, few still manage to find their mark on Chrome's shoulder. Kamui? Captain! Brace for landing! We'll end up with a broken collarbone and a fractured rib. The trio rappels firmly onto the base of the platform, then looks up at Cinderella. What? Electricity? We're not talking about that? Because the limited speed of the grappling hook is prone to turning us into a moving target. And as you said, turn back time, those things turned into jitter bombs. Is that what you once were? Mimicry, camouflage. This is something that almost all creatures do. Cinderella reaches out her hand and strokes her wing. You used to do that when it was little, so... That's why you prayed to the past. Cinderella furrows her brows, and to the trio's surprise, she quietly waves farewell to the fish she carries. You're running away too? It's here. She points her slender finger up as a dark, stalwart figure descends from above. It appears with a familiar figure. Oh my god! Seeing as you passed the test, you are deserving of a more fitting reception. Witness their Meister's creation! Doo-doo-doo. A hissing roar fills the area, causing their audio modules to tremble. Somehow, they sense sadness and despair emanating from the stalwart figure. This is an opportunity is a rare treat. Let me give you a bonus question. How many constructs from Babylonia do you think it is assembled from? Why are you gonna have me answer that? It's okay, Captain. Let's destroy it like a... No! I'll prepare for battle. Let's not destroy everything we see. What happens if we just dismantle it? You know, just do the normal thing. It's like bombs. One of them is descending. Looks like it wants to send us to the bottom. We're at the bottom. That is destination. Ready to engage. Oh, he's a golem. Okay. I think I should be concerned. Here we go.
Requesting support!
Wait, you can change his trajectory? Wait,
Give it your best shot!
look at his research. Okay. That's crazy. And he's back. Wait,
How do you feel about the results?
You interrupted me. Guess I'll have to get rid of you.
Okay, okay.
Let's get infected. I have to lie down first this time.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I did it. I hate the fact that it matters. I can
The
change
one that
the
advances wins.
Your frame. Oh, what did you do? It's not a problem. I can help hold it out. I don't know. But like, if that was the case, you wouldn't be concerned. But okay.
I have brought you promised victory.
Get into it, I guess. Alright. The massive frame in front of them crumbles into a pile of countless remains. Scattering on the floor, numerous neural cables in part protrude from its hulking arms, some of which are still covered with Babylonia's manufacturing logo. It's not like you to frown at corrupted, Captain. They're already corrupted. Suddenly, they hear a round of applause from above. The trio looks up to see Gabrielle clapping at the edge of the platform's lift. If champions, such as yourself, are willing to stay and offer your strength to the Ascension Network, I'm sure Der Meister will welcome you with open arms, and we're not doing that. The hell with that. If I'm off every day of the week, I might be willing to considering it. You're out of your mind. I'm just saying, only if I don't have to work. With the usual banter, Colonel manages to smile despite the current predicament. Well, there's your answer. We won't stay here, nor will we serve the ancients. Since you rejected my kindness, I'll leave you in the elevator shaft to become nutrients for the red tide. The platform begins to shake as the surrounding punishing concentration begins to skyrocket. We're going to drown here. I don't want to become a fish. Captain, get your grappling hook. I'm down. Everyone looks down coldly from the rafters of the shaft, as waiting for the opportune moment to strike them midair. Regardless, being attacked by Gabrielle midair is preferable over drowning in the red tide. From takes out the rope, quickly grabs his comrades and leaps into the air. Right as Gabriel is about to strike the coupling, the feeling of the described oppression comes from above. He takes 2 steps back, then looks up with Cinderella and salutes. Brings Babylonia here. Oh! Oh! Okay. He said, I'm coming in, and I'm coming in menacingly. Also, I'm feeling the suit. Sort of, but what's throwing me off is the fact that no matter that, like, it's partially unbuttoned, right? Like, I'm feeling it's giving, like, I forgot what his name is. What is your name? It's not Raphael. Man, I wish I could remember his name. But he has, a similar outfit. It's kind of giving that. It's not bad. It's just, like, it's just the belts that is just undone in the suit. Like you can't look classy and kind of like art hoodlum at the same time. Anyway, Chrome looks up to see a man dressed in black. Okay. Appear on the upper edge of the platform lift. I'm assuming we're just all colorblind then. Give me some more time. I've got this under control. No matter. I'm just here to see who's giving you so much trouble. Sorry for the delay. It looks at Strikehawk hanging from the rope as if any move they make will be met with repercussions, which probably will. Mr. Gabrielle left them for me to get some combat training. Why is everyone making excuses? I'm confused. Cinderella's salute and indifferent expression makes it seem as if she is merely facing a teacher rather than the mighty power of an agent. And the results of said training? They're almost as strong as Grey Raven. Cinderella's failure is to be expected. Oh, I recall you mentioning that team. He smiles with great interest and takes a serious look at the person in front of him. I hope they are worthy of your recommendation. Standing on high ground, he waves his hand at Gabrielle. Enough. See to your guess. She's looking for you. It's her. Correct. I've enhanced your frame. Don't let her get the best of you, like last time. I won't let you down, Mr. Vonnegut. Vonnegut? I don't know. I butchered his name, I'm pretty sure. Isn't that the name of that writer? Oh no, he's part of Book Talk. Let me stop. The agent of the name of I don't know. Vonnegut? I guess we're going with Vonnegut. Turns to Chrome and puts his index finger in his lips as if gesturing that's a secret. He withdraws several steps and gestures them to approach. Come, hanging on a rope is not my way of treating guests. Seeing them remain where they hang, he smiles as if to welcome them. You don't think I'm going to catch you off guard, do you? That's exactly what a villain would do. Well then come on out. The trio quickly climbs up the rope to the top of the platform lift. Vonnegut once again gives them a welcoming gesture, like that of a kind and dignified lord receiving guests at his estate. Which he technically is. It's kind of handsome. Okay, so it must have just been the lighting. Because I promise you that the outfit was kind of white previously on Digimon. But I mean, the black is giving too. It's more gray, but welcome to my temporary base. I assume Alpha was going to bring the Gary Ravens Gabrielle has mentioned. I was expecting the likes of you. Considering that Gabrielle advocates on your behalf, I'm inclined to trust his intuition. Alpha, you merely ascended that serves Luna. Hearing this name, Chrome's palms begin to sweat. If Alpha is here too, she is likely to be with Luna. If you can locate Luna, I will be free from suspicion. Seems like you've still got a lot to learn about her. Chrome has received intel on the Ascendants prior to the mission. However, the report on Alpha only stated that she serves Luna and that the two are sisters. As for her combat ability, it was only marked with warning in red letters. I think that says a lot about her. If such a powerful Ascendant would want to destroy them, why would Alpha let them waltz right into the base? As if noticing Chrome's contemplation, Vonnegut begins to speak of Luna. I once saw Luna long ago. She was an outstanding agent. Prior to that, she worked diligently to carry out responsibilities entrusted to her by Ascinet. Additionally, having been selected by the agent during the preliminary development, she was also the witness to evolution of Ascinet. The evolution of the Ascension Network. You mean it's stronger than before? Correct. It's not only more powerful, but also more stringent in its demands for selecting agents. Even though the concept of agents have changed, no one can deny her credit as pioneer. I read it, but I didn't read it. And to that, we owe our gratitude to Luna. Now she is most likely no longer eligible to serve as an agent. But as one of her predecessors, not only has she aided in the evolution of the Ascension Network, she has also been diverting humanity's firepower away from us, allowing the latter generations of agents to remain hidden from view. She's been diverting their firepower. Okay. You mean Babylonia has been tracking Luna this whole time? Of course. Ever since Miss Luna became an agent right under Babylonia's nose, humanity has coveted her power. That's what he meant. If agents are as strong as you claim, why worry about being pursued by humanity? Do you think Earth fears humanity? As humanity spreads, devours, pollutes, and destroys the Earth like a virus. They are full of cruel and cunning ideas, allowing them to find their way into every nook and cranny. I feel like this is not the time to be having this conversation. Also, I'm looking at like the different styles. Like this one here, Chrome, this design is more like thin lined, while Vonnegut, I guess, he has like, it's like thin, but it's also like thick in some spots. Like his right looks way newer than his, but that might just be me nitpicking. I don't know. These people were responsible for the 0-point reactor meltdown that created the punishing virus. Not only that, Earth has nearly perished several times at the hands of humanity over the course of its long history. He ain't wrong. Even ignoring history, I'm sure you have experienced numerous disasters caused by humanity. You might be onto something. Therefore, we must separate the sheep from the goats, as the shepherds do, and bury the wicked in the shadow of history. Only then can the world endure the long winter and one day welcoming the coming warmth of spring. He stretches out his hand as if acting out an all too familiar script. It's the villain script. It's where you just kind of be like, da-na-na-na-na, you know, one of those moves, you know, reach out towards the stars or something like that. Anyway, until then, the whole world still fears the follies of man. Of course, agents must tread with equal heedfulness, do they not? He appears calm and speaks at ease. Although he says that they should fear the follies of man, there's no look of tension or fear. Standing among the group, he has the demeanor of an astute orator, calmly sharing pearls of knowledge gathered through personal anecdotes. I hate that they're using big words. Anyway, even as agents, we must continue to improve, learn, and adapt. Much like the Dunning-Kruger effect states, people will only step on the path to self-improvement once they realize their own shortcomings. His work lacks any sense of self-aggrandizing. He is like a modest teacher standing before the enemy. However, Chrome knows that this modesty comes from the confidence of knowing that no matter what happens, he can handle it with ease. Yeah, he looks like a strong dude. It is precisely because of this overwhelming power he is able to speak so freely about weakness and secrecy in front of his enemies. If anything appears unnatural, it's that he keeps inadvertently glancing at Kamui's waist. He just wanna, you know. Let me stop. Continuing to listen to Von Goot's musings, Chrome turns his head slightly and glances at Kamui. You figure out the cause of such an irregularity. Appears that a buckle on Kamui's tactical belt has become loose during the previous ordeal. Please don't tell me he wants to fix the buckle. Is that it? As an agent, I have long been searching for those worthy of building a better world with me. However, few are capable of passing the preliminary filtering. Even few are willing to go beyond that. Even though they are capable of becoming immune to the punishing virus, they lack the power needed to build a better tomorrow. As Von Goot speaks, he glances at Kamui's waist once more. He just wants to snatch it out. However, Chrome is able to catch the point of interest. His gaze, in fact, fall upon the loose buckle. I can't imagine it. Like, imagine, you know, a bank is getting robbed. Oh no. Terrible. Oh my gosh. Everyone's at gunpoint. Oh my gosh, you're on your knees. And instead of the robber, like, telling the clerk, give me everything that's inside of the register, it's just like, your shoes unbuckled and your belt is like 80 degrees instead of 90. Like, oh, okay. And then they just leave you after that. That would be hilarious. Terrifying, but anyway. These people are nothing but fragile eggs, too. Although a bit untimely, Chrome politely interrupts Von Goot to confirm what he is dealing with exactly. Pardon me, Kamui. Chrome turns around and passes the loose. I told you he is the father of the group. He is the dada. He is the... I'm trying to think of other names. Father. Papa. I don't know any other names. Anyway, the loose buckle on Kamui's tactical belt. Why does that matter at a time like this? Seeing this, Von Goot lets out a hearty laugh in satisfaction. I think you have an eye for detail, or you're a perfectionist just like me. No. I'll notice you glance at my boy's ways, you know, just a side eye, you know. Seems Gabriel's intuition was right. I think you and I will get along swimmingly. As I was saying, Von Goot opens his arms to the trio cheerfully and looks them over. I hope you can also pass the filtering. Each blended seed should be so on the road to tomorrow. I refuse. Your answer comes at no surprise, but tell me why. Perhaps we don't need to fight each other. After all, everything I'm doing is to provide the future for tomorrow. A future that only belongs to you. How do you define you? I'm obviously referring to the Ascendants and Corrupted. Ascendants. Corrupted. Don't forget that we were once human. We were once constructs. Even machines created by humanity have gained sentience. They have feelings and minds like us. For hundreds of millions of years, microscopic organisms such as harmful bacteria and viruses inhabited the earth alongside animals. Prior to the punishing virus, how do you think life managed to survive infection and disease? Evolution, or rather the filtering. Correct. I assume you're their captain. Organisms that can resist disease give birth to offspring with higher immunity. Those that are weak, regardless of their time of birth, will only rot, thereby becoming nourishment to the land. I'm sorry, I'm still in the part of him fixing the belt. Like, we about to throw down, and it's just like, hold on. Let me go ahead and fix my shoestrings. And then Yatsai throwing down like, okay. During the filtering, organisms will gradually evolve. This is the order of the world. Okay. Now the corrupted have evolved into the Red Tide, the likes of which have turned into a breeding ground for new forms of life. The dead become nutrients for the creation of new life. This is the will of the punishing virus. The incision nectar is no different. However, this filtering will come at the cost of most people. Life must be cruel only to be more beautiful. One Gyut smiles as he focuses his gaze on Chrome. It seems your inward device is different from others. Interesting. Humans still manage occasional moments of brilliance in their struggle, but alas, this brilliance is too insignificant to assure victory. But even with the slightest ray of hope, we will await the day it expels darkness. Wait. Yes, wait. One Gyut, I never forgot that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. Places his hands behind his back and ruminates over the world. And as the punishing virus shows no signs of subsiding. Where did I get subsidizing from? Anyway, subsiding, you'll take solace in such frivolity as you wait. However, there is no such room for leisure now. Humanity will stop at nothing. The people you've deemed unfit continue to make changes. Well, but I only see that they are complacent and stuck in their ways of the past. Not to mention, some have not given up killing each other in the name of silence. How long can your persistence and stubbornness last in this struggle while still upholding these pedantic ideas? You could just use normal words. He averts his gaze from the three faces and lowers his head in disappointment. At the dark waterway, the dusty lights begin to flash. Speaking of that, where is Kamu? Like, he should be here by now, no? At this point, he's never gonna catch up to us. Yeah, let's do one more. One more. Their surroundings begin to disintegrate. The flickering lights and image of Van Gyut begin to drift in space. My visual module is being hacked. Oh, is that all? Suddenly, numerous ear-piercing alarms begin to buzz in his ear. He was noticing anything different, so he could... Okay. Memory deviation. Oh, okay. 31.217%. Record erased. Listen to the fear in your heart. I used to respect that guy, but now he's just a useless tool. Establishing simulation link. Memory deviation at 30.316%. Place him on the front lines. You can recall if he dies. Record erased. Establishing simulation link. By the look of it, the chief is no longer Laxton. Record erased. Establishing simulation link. Is the okay? Keep doing that. Oh, wait. Is this like baby Chrome? Look at him. Anyway, Chrome's field of vision gradually returns amid the frenzy of alarms. He suddenly finds himself before a red warning screen. And it's not so much fear as it is disgust engraved in his memories. John Smith, of course, had long been perfected. I brought you back as my son to make you a smith and become the perfect man. Don't do that. No, it's not like that. Langston, as my son, you know what to do, don't you? I've already broken free from my shackles. You are a failure. Nothing you have ever... Okay. So they're trying to pull the tactic of it's just like, you'll never be nothing, and then you have to use the power of friendship to break your way out of this. Nothing you have ever done has amounted to anything. It's always been like that. No, I've already gotten what matters the most. The agents will crush your teammates one by one. Those you respect will be framed and put to death, and you are powerless. Ignoring the ear-piercing noise, Crumbs quietly grabs his weapon. You want to protect them. You want to protect those who are doomed to abandon you. Constructs are only seen as a convenient tool. You saw for yourself. The moment you became a construct, you became a loser. You'll never be the chief. You'll never be a true commandant. Now you are only a tool. Doubt. Undeniable doubt. This doubt has persisted in his heart over countless missions and battles, like a cobweb forming in the corner of a wall. Now this doubt has become amplified and restless by some unknown power. Bolt of lightning carrying Chrome's conviction shadows the darkness before him, silencing the cacophony. Slowly his mind begins to stabilize. Only for warning alerts to immediately start buzzing again. Chrome's field of vision fills with the contorted streaks of vibrant red. Familiar pain bites at his nerves, rippling throughout his entire body. Warning, memory overload. 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 Oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? I would just turn my memory off. Well, as long as I can see it. You are worthless. You failed to live up to your father's expectations. How dare you even call him Papa? Chrome waits his scythe at the shapeless onslaught of noise once more. From deny unbearable pain, everything seems to be ridiculing his choices again and again. A detestable but all too familiar memory stab at his fingertips. All of the nerve endings in his entire body begins to fire in rhythm. Each breath feels as if knives are carving on his bones. Hello, Viper! Welcome, how you doing? There's nothing at the end of the road you have chosen. With an agonizing breath, another bolt of lightning shadows the darkness and steals his conviction. Ew. And silence. The ground begins to rumble silently, as if someone is laughing nearby. As long as I disable my visual and audio modules, there's no way for you to hack me. Even though intuition is guiding his judgment, Chrome is resolute in his decision. The ground begins to rumble again, as if the person laughing had taken a few steps closer. An invisible, cohesive force quickly approaches from the left. Your camera's frozen. Oh no! Hold on. Thanks for letting me know that. I do not know why. Hold on. For what reason has it frozen? It's crazy, because it was moving earlier. It must have froze midway. Must have knocked something. Oh my gosh, gotta be handy mandy. We can get better do it now. Okay. Right here. Yeah. Oh, there I am. Yay! Yay! We're back. I don't know what happened, but we were in fact not there. Okay. We are back. I don't It was fine earlier. I literally tested everything. It's always something. Anyhow, an invisible cohesive force quickly approaches from the left. As for what the force is, it is a gust of wind from a blade. It is working now. Let's go. Chrome's scythe collides with metal. The violent impact sends vibrations through his palms, numbing his knuckles. With his usual resilience, Chrome would typically be unfazed by the pain from such intense vibrations. However, with his visual and audio modules disabled, there was only one method to maintain his agility in combat. Improve the sensitivity of all modules in his perception cluster, even if it will cause severe pain. No, pain is necessary to maintain mind stability with his visual and audio modules disabled. Gust of frigid wind attacks from the left and right. Chrome turns to dodge the attack from the left while using his scythe to block the blade approaching from the right. Got you! It's just the fact of the matter that we just got a blank screen here. That's just hilarious right now. It's like no audio, no sound, no nothing. It's just ranks reset soon and matchmaking fixing. Word. I have been like in and out playing, so yeah. Hopefully I don't lose me rank. Hopefully you get great rank. I'm rooting for you. Rooting and tooting. Right as Chrome finds an opening, he charges his scythe with lightning and strikes in the direction of the wind. Bullseye. Hopefully that's not your comrade. Even though he has clearly landed a blow, there is no sense of struggle or pain typically being stabbed. So the enemy remains motionless like a stalwart wall. My voice has become crunchy. A wall? Is this a defense barrier? Yeah, I'm gonna try this season. I just can't be late on this one. Boo, tomato, boo. Tis fine, tis fine. Someone answers from the point of impact. Despite being unable to hear what it says, it senses the subtle vibration of the sound. He wants to retreat, but his weapon is held in place by a mysterious force. Suddenly, Chrome feels the crushing sensation of being choked. Feels as if his body is being corrupted by the punishment virus, which intensifies the magnitude of pain, as if he's being skinned alive. So Chrome continues to struggle alone in the darkness. I can't. He grips his weapon tightly, even though he feels the searing pain of its broken knuckles. He has lost all perception of his hands. I'm telling you, this is probably going to be one of his comrades. Regaining control of his weapon, Chrome unleashes an all-out attack at the enemy, choking him. Right as the blade connects with the enemy, the figure releases Chrome and takes several steps back. Although he escapes the enemy's vice grips, Chrome is temporarily stun-locked due to the agonizing pain and corruption. Just before he senses a subtle vibration of the opponent's footsteps approaching again, someone with high punishing corruption quickly ambushes the enemy from behind. Giving himself no time to catch his breath, Chrome uses the opportunity to turn and search for his teammates. Kamui! Wan Shi! He still remembers the general position before blacking out. Foaming along his memory for a few steps, a quivering breath brushes against his broken fingertips on the left. We're having a moment. We're having a moment. Who's there? Wan Shi? Pulling his face, Chrome is vaguely able to recognize the contour of Wan Shi's face. Chrome grabs his shoulders and senses Wan Shi's trying to open the buttoned-up pocket of his tactical bag. What is Wan Shi seeing? Drowning in the hallucination, Chrome no longer is able I keep adding is able to exert control over his body. Still, he struggles to take out the contents of his carrying bag. Perhaps it will be of some use to Wan Shi. Chrome fumbles to help him open the intricate series of buttons on his carrying bag. If they get out of here alive, Chrome is going to request an easier bag to open for Wan Shi first thing. Aw, that's so precious. Just as this trivial thought comes to mind, the vibrations from the two people fighting gradually disappears. Instead, they are replaced by an earthquake, like rumble from underneath the lift. The individual who had ambushed the enemy from behind approaches him and stops nearby. I hope this is Kamu, because he has been absent the entire time. Oh, am I right? The rumbling from below grows in intensity. Even if there is still a risk of being hacked, Chrome does not hesitate to activate the previously disabled modules. With vision and hearing gradually restored, Chrome looks around to see Kamui, who normally has a sunny disposition, wearing a look of agonizing pain. Koya? Koya? Who is Koya? Kamui. Hey, calm down, my guy. Wake the hell up. Seeing that Kamui is still unconscious, Kamu thumps his fist on his chest. Still not fully awake, Kamu gives him a swift kick in the back. Okay, can we give a quick moment? A quick moment for our folks here. Just now waking up, Wan Shi sits up feebly and looks at Kamui anxiously. He is still grasping an entire syringe with trembling hands, which he had just taken out of the open carrying bag. My guy got kicked in the pants. Bless your heart. Does he have any painful memories? Wake up, damn it. If he didn't before, he will now. Kamui is shaken awake by Kamu. He rubs his dizzy eyes, leaving traces of pain on his face. Oh yeah. Aww. Seeing the dark waterway in front of him, Kamu realizes that he was hallucinating just now. He stands up and gives a cheery, untimely smile to Kamu, who turns to look with a grimace. When did you get here? Just now. You and Wan Shi were lying on the ground. Oh. Don't know why, but I found myself trapped, playing a level I was stuck on for a month. That's what you was thinking of? Is that what happened to you guys too? The ancient hacked our audio and visual modules. Yeah, at least that wasn't real. But after reflecting on his hallucination, his smile quickly fades. Well, it was. Seeing Kamui wake up, Chrome breathes a heavy sigh of relief and adjusts the sensitivity of his perception module back to normal. Even still, the trauma and pain he experienced in the dark had far exceeded the limit of what most people could endure. Wait, where is that guy? They looked around to see no sign of one goot beneath the floor. The sound of rumbling is like a countdown to impending death. Let's go. Suddenly, immense pressure causes a crack to form in the floor as the red tide spews out from within. Looks like that wasn't the last of the red tide. More diluted than before, but there's still a ton of it. We need to get out of here. The four of them quickly run to the exit, but at this speed, sooner or later, they will be surrounded by the red tide and the heteroid creatures occupying the waterway. Kamui, get Wan Shi and Kamui out of here. What's the big idea? I'll try and hold off the red tide to buy you all some time. He's not gonna do that. Let me help you. Not like the red tide will do anything to me. It's always like this. We get it. You're immune. On the way here, I found some switches that open up some secret passages. It'll be easier if I just show you.
Captain! Captain!
You get it. You won't listen anyway. Wanchi, let's go clear the way. Alright, but don't wait up for us. Relax, Wanchi. Let's go. Alright, be sure to come back in one piece. I was expecting them to just kind of like jump and be like, bruh, enough with the self-sacrifice. You're not doing that. But I mean, I guess that works too. Oh, I thought he had a scythe as well. It just came up from below. The red tide over there is not enough to flood the equivalent underground waterway. You don't need so many red tides to kill the construct. Get out of here. Even if it isn't flooded, the concentration of punishing there is high enough to make us corrupted. But don't you see, don't get affected. And there's incredible creatures everywhere. Go back on fighting. Supposed to go. I always thought a cutscene. I mean, okay. Whatevs. You are not only injured, but also corrupted. I just want you here. Why? Damn. Not even time for repairs. Tis but a scratch, okay? Tis but a scratch. Alright, let's make our presence known. Alright, and that's upwards. To the upper floor. This is up, so it's up. Yeah, technically that would be right. Okay. Concentration of punishing is still rising. Better stay away from me too, or you'll get worse. Is he corrupted? I feel like I missed something. There you go again. Okay, I went into the battle. And go to the upper level. I guess the reason why it's not exactly showing me where I'm supposed to go is because we're supposed to be corrupted, so we're not like there. Okay.
Requesting support! How do you feel about the result?
I do. Alright, moving forward. Thank you. I fix the camera. It needs to run a little bit faster. Okay. Easy. Oh, wait, there's one more. This way we go. Up a little complete region. Oh. Is that not? That's not picking me up.
Requesting support!
Alright, capabilities. Be here. Okay, well. I see. Oh.
How do you feel about the result?
I don't think this is where we're supposed to go.
Let's end it all!
I continue moving forward. Get the red. Oh, that's gonna be good. I promise you this is where we're supposed to go. Let's go to upper. It was blocked previously. Upgrade equipment. Let's start equipment. Operate it. Turn the valve. Could go wrong. With the switch connected to the gate. The red tide wants to pass, kind of thing can't stop it. If they have to buy some time. Let's use the device, okay. So I kinda wanna see it won't jump off. That don't sound right. That don't sound right at all. It won't jump off.
Requesting support!
How did it in charge? Yo, it's getting bolt against. I'm assuming if it needed me to go farther out. Oh. Okay, well. Let me go backwards right quick. Actually, there are stairs. There are stairs over here. I hope I didn't run around in a circle. No. Never in a circle. So, technically we're progressing. There's stairs here. I have a feeling you can move it in a circle. Yeah. No? Come on, come on. We gotta do a little something. Alright. I guess we didn't. Actually, go in a circle. That's a plus. The red tide is about to flood here. I can go up the ladder to the upper floor. You go first. Did you hear that? A massive head of creatures are coming. Whoever should be left behind to take care of it. Please get out. Get through. None of us will be able to get out. Okay. Come on. Take care. Get us soon. The self-sacrificing is just one thing I can't do. I mean, okay, get it, I guess. Actually, I want to see what happens next. Climbing the ladder, the ground underfoot begins to rumble slightly. The source of the rumbling not only comes from Kambu fighting against the enemy down below, but also from the Hetero tide rushing toward Chrome from above. Facing the surging wave of Hetero creatures, Chrome is forced to defend his position in front of the ladder. Even if the corruption of his frame reaches critical mass, he will still continue to fight. However, this is no foolhardy self-sacrifice. Okay. But sensing that the level of corruption is no longer rising, he detects something about this strange anomaly. We'll take a page out of your playbook. As long as he can hold on a little longer to intercept the enemies rushing toward him. His determination might just be able to pull off such a Hail Mary. Even then, he can barely keep such an unspeakable plan suppressed in the bottom of his heart. Chrome takes a step forward, his sight enveloped in lightning slashes the Hetero creatures, smashing wave after wave into pieces. Right after he catches a glimpse of victory, he hears the sound of ominous footsteps slowly approaching. Oh my gosh. I'm sure you think it's a miracle if you made it out of here alive, or you're still choosing to sacrifice yourself to save your comrades. Chrome remains silent. He stands firmly and continues to block the oncoming wave of Hetero creatures. Interesting. The Hetero creatures in front of him suddenly halt their attack as if they had received a signal. Most leaders should shoulder immense weight. They rise fast and fall even harder. Because you are no different, but I won't let that day come. Faced with Chrome's conviction, Von Gutt quietly walks forward. Electric currents of punishing bars hiss beneath his feet like raging waves as the tear narrow space apart. Show me everything you got. Countless crimson tendrils leap out from the ground and strike, all targeting Kambu's inverter device. Chrome remains undaunted. He dodges his attack and rushes toward Von Gutt. Just as he is about to reach his opponent, he picks up the motionless remains of a nearby Hetero creature with his scythe. The shield blocking the attack. The golden lightning from his scythe unleashes the thunderclap. Anyway, Chrome strikes Von Gutt's defense barrier with all his might. You've already tried using Reed Force. And again, Chrome grips his scythe tightly, condensing all of the lightning at the tip of his blade with the scorching heat of the meteor strike, measures Von Gutt's barrier once more. Following a slight cracking, look at the little stars and triangles. Anyway, the tip of the scythe finally manages to penetrate the seemingly indestructible defense barrier. It still maintain consciousness at this level of corruption. You are indeed a splendid seat. Looks at the weapon puncturing his defense barrier and nods in faint appreciation. What you lack is not courage, ingenuity, or skill, pure raw power. As I said before, the speed of humanity's technological progress can ensure victory. But the potential and progress you have shown me, I'll give you some more time to blossom. He places his hands behind his back and deactivates the punctured defense barrier, takes a step back, noticing the chrome's at its limit. As a sign of respect for your bravery, I'll call them off your comrades. Right as Von Gier finishes speaking, the head of creatures in the waterway quickly recede, like the tide. One more thing. The transfer craft keeps fleeing on what has been constantly sending eyes in search of you. You're no match for corruption, but that doesn't mean they will stop recording. If the investigators recover them, that could spell trouble in the future. So I've had Cinderella take care of the transfer craft for you. She said that there were some other issues, but that doesn't concern us, so Cinderella didn't get involved. Is your loyalty really worth it? Light and darkness coexist. Don't you share a similar view? Faced with Chrome's answer, Von Gier simply smiles and says nothing more. Turns and walks into the dark tunnel. Climbing up along the corroded floor, Chrom squeezes through a half-collapsed hole. We're back. Everything's okay. You can come and return. Chrom wants to stand up, but split legs of its frame make him unable to maintain balance. So his legs are just in two. He's just like a split sausage, just wobbling around. Okay. Even a cursory glance shows that his frame is seriously corrupted and damaged. I was going to ask you that. Take a good look at yourself. I'm fine, he said, very calmly. I don't care what you say. You need to get to a doctor. I've already tended to the captain's wounds. At least his injuries won't get any worse for the time being. Let's hurry back. There's nothing more we can do here. Alright, we're all here. Let's get going. Captain, let me carry— Yes! No need, I can walk. No! Chrom responds coherently, but the others can tell he is struggling to hide his fatigue and that he is barely holding on. I know I said to stay away, but I didn't say you had to stay moving. Snatch him on your shoulder and call it a day. Exactly! Wan Shi said your wounds will get worse if you keep at it. We need to get you back ASAP. Still here because of me. There's only one transfer craft back. The one that brought you here is gone. Who left you here might be attacked by that agent again. Kamui, you have the captain. Let's go. You got it. Chrom tries to refuse, but Kamui throws him. Let's go. That much resistance. I knew it. You can't go wrong when you have 3 strong sons. Unable to move due to serious injuries, Chrom has no choice but to give up the struggle. Full speed ahead. Kamui, my angel. After destroying Hall evacuates, 2 shadowy figures emerge from the scorched ruins. Well, I know. Okay, I think I know both of them. Can you really make it back with those injuries? I've done. I don't get why they just faded out their faces. We know who they are. I've done what I can to stop this punishing concentration from rising past the point of no return. You should be able to make it back safely to Babylonia. The figure in the shadows let out a soft, cheerful laugh. Even if he manages to hold out, it'll take him over a month for his frame to recover. Why is special treatment? The man laughs and points at her forehead. This is a declaration of war. I need to keep him alive so you can deliver my message to those bastards playing at mind games right at my doorstep. Unsure of what this means, the girl tilts her head to the side in confusion. Forget it. I'm just trying to lure those snakes out of hiding. After all, to them, only the dead stay quiet. But in the past, you did whatever you could to cover our tracks so the humans couldn't find us. And now you're bringing them right to us. This isn't the first time we've made our presence known. We just stopped for a brief period of time. Ever since I first laid my eyes on the red tide, I knew that the future for Tilde Asnet was within our grasp. Lions can't expect to capture an elephant merely waiting in the shade. Now it's our time to go on the offensive. Not to mention, Alpha is going to stop at nothing to redirect humanity's spears away from Luna and onto me anyway. Even if you kill them, the same thing will happen in the future. We'll get rid of Alpha, but then Luna will just become the next ticking time bomb. We don't know where she is. I've been collecting food to feed the Red Tide. They're willing to send us delivery, all the better. I'm sure she will express her sincere gratitude for such a mutually beneficial victory. Are you worried about him? Yes. Relax, dear child. I never known a human to return to Earth after arriving in Babylonia. You'll never see him again. Okay, a priority now is your mother. I'm sure that won't be the last of them. I'll leave you to protect her. I'm needed elsewhere. The girl nods and takes the crystal pyramid from him. You know what this does? Yes. Trust crouched steadily into his low Earth orbit. Kami enters the isolation chamber while Kamui and Wanshi show signs of trepidation. Wanshi inspects Chrome's inver device again. Even though his frame was heavily damaged from battle and corruption, his inver device is relatively intact. With all this damage, even if everything goes according to plan, going to be out of commission for over a month. Chrome forces a nod, feeling weak. He can only lean against the cabin wall. The dark sky outside the window makes him drowsy. Prior to the departure, Chrome canceled the countdown for the distress call and sent an emergency evacuation request to the nearby task force, hoping that they stop their search and rescue mission and evacuate ASAP. With the squad encounters the agent, there will only be one outcome. Death. Dun dun dun! For Chrome, he has long since grown acquainted to the word death. This is war. Because what his father had said to him. Death is inevitable. It is also what his father had said. As long as you are a soldier on the battlefield, your day will come. Ew. I've already applied for your transfer. Thank you for your outstanding performance during the mission. Sure, I guess? Field memories filled Chrome's mind, or that he had experienced a catastrophic failure that gave Chrome a new life, but not this time. Even if it was the worst case scenario, at least I protected everyone. With this feeling, Chrome recalls the thoughts that had flashed through his mind right before his final encounter with Grongu. If it wasn't the worst case scenario, only he can hold on to an ounce of hope. If he is able to transfer into his new frame early due to the damages sustained in battle, since I have been the only one resistant to corruption, he will be able to temporarily free the Commandant to stabilize the corruption and other issues caused by mind deviation. Bringing along Slice, Chrome will have a better chance of destroying the secret base then. Oh, they speak of me. They speak of oh wait, he said he was adopted. Okay. Anyway, you know what to do as my son, don't you? Gather everything that is of use, put them together to create a perfect me. I'm going to achieve this goal on my own. But let's go my own way, Dad. This goal, no matter how sought after it is, cannot be his final destination. He almost got final destination, but I mean, getting to it, I guess. Looks like I'm going to spend a month in the Star of Life while they repair my frame. Considering all of the surveillance lately, perhaps spending a month in the Star of Life recovering will be more suitable for the opposition's plan. During his meeting with Sai, even though he did not reveal anything to the opposition, he did give them a new target. Even still, Chrome has no regrets. He has to make sure of the Commandant's willingness before he saves the next life. After his meeting with Sly, the Commandant's willingness without a doubt. Whether he has to become the rat to free Sly or acquire the Commandant's assistance, he must stay alive. He has to achieve his goal his own way. I can't let him stop me. He has to take action, even under these circumstances. I can't get a hold of the Star of Life. I wanted to see if they're still taking patients. Is their comms linked down? Is there a signal jammer nearby? I wanted to ask Wanshi, but his corruption and wounds make him unable to speak. My poor baby. I think someone's planted something next to the engine. I didn't really look at it too closely before takeoff because we were in such a hurry. It's not safe to check during flight either. Call them when we get back to base. Beyond night, silence falls over them among the rumbling of the transport crowd. Chrome wants to share his suspicions with everyone, but even his vision begins to fade. Does not know what might happen if he passes out here, much he has not specified. But by the look on his face, it definitely would not be good. He must stay awake and leave a clue. Chrome struggles to get control over his broken finger. A29. He writes the simple message on the palm of his hands, vital fluid exuding from his fingertip. Column A, number 29. This is the address for Asimov and his terminal's directory. Most of the time, Asimov is in his workshop where he cannot be reached. But this address is able to reach him regarding top secret research. In addition, only those involved in these... I know he's not writing all this down. Only those involved in these top secret projects know this address. If they are willing to use heavy-handed means to interfere with his plans, Such as Sigma Jammers, he has no other choice but to write this glimmer hope on his hand. If this assumption is correct, Wanshi and Kamui will understand this clue as they treat each individual comment invalid. Invalid. Okay. After all, they are sure to connect the dots while looking at the directory itself. In order to make the number more apparent, Chrome once again struggles to gain control over his fingertip. Pain, deep agonizing pain. Prior to this mission, Chrome has not used pain to stay conscious for quite some time. Somehow, this gives Chrome a season of bitter nostalgia. Steadily arriving at the predetermined landing zone, Babylon is already shrouded in artificial light. For Chrome, the imaginary moon hanging outside the window has accompanied him for countless nights at FOS College. Countless days, work, repeat. Train, repeat, struggle, repeat. All to keep Longstone Smith on top. But now, there was no need for such a cold, relentless pursuit of perfection. Becoming the Smith was no longer his sole pursuit. Perhaps it is the sense of familiarity that gives him a little peace of mind. Or perhaps that he has already reached the limit. Chrome's memory once again begins to sing into itself. We made it! Leave the transfer ship so we can finally contact the Starfly. Roger, I'll get the captain off the ship. His condition is getting worse. Carrying him and keep him steady. Thanks, sorry for the trouble. Chrome wants to say that, but he cannot spit out a single word. Wait, Conway, there's something written on the captain's hand. A29. I was there before boarding the plane. They wanted to tell us this, but couldn't. It seems that his vocalizer has been destroyed. Look at the Starfly before looking into this. Wanshi grabs Chrome's hand and wipes it clean. Let's go. Reliable comrades, reliable friends, a real sense of security. He thinks of how fortunate he is for being the captain of Strikehawk. Hey, where Chrome falls into a coma, Kamui sees a smile on the corner of his mouth. Although it is now early morning according to human convention, there are still several personnel on the landing platform performing maintenance on transport crafts. They are somewhat surprised to see the safety hatch open halfway as a blonde figure rushes out from within. Hey, guys, we need help! Sorry. The young man, the personnel, could always tell he was laughing even by looking at the back of his head, is not in a state of panic. Hey, it's the... Stop, he's crying! No! Military personnel returning from Earth, turn left and proceed through the sterilization channel. Then you can take a regional shuttle to the ER at the Star of Life. Staff member standing behind the right partition simply recites the regulations apathetically. Hearing this formulaic response, Kamui remains quiet. Instead, he rushes in the direction of the sterilization tunnel with Chrome lying unconscious in his arms. After seeing them disappear, the workers behind the partition gets together and begins to gossip. Oh my gosh, what kind of mission are they on? What happened to the captain? Look at them go. That guy he was carrying, that wasn't one of the Smiths, was it? Oh my god, that's what you're worried about? What was their mission? Nailed it, I called it. What was the mission about? Wouldn't be this surprised even as the Grey Ravens comment when I came back in this condition one day. And the commandant is a human, but him? I want to see the look on Smith's face. After the evacuation corridor, Kamui runs into the sterilization tunnel with Chrome in his arms. Kamui and Wanshi follow in close pursuit. Let's go our separate ways here. I won't be of any use to him. During this, Wanshi wants to say something to Kamui, but he keeps quiet. I'll let you know when everything's under control. Don't worry. Small centrifugation filter rumbles in the background. Kamui looks at Kamui and Chrome in his arms. Landing him on the sterilization spray, silence hangs over the group. No one knows what to say at a time like this. I find it interesting that Kamui, like, he seems like he don't care, but he's just putting on like a tough guy, a persona. The prompt signals that the sterilization is complete. Kamui nods and waves goodbye. After watching Kamui leave, Wanshi and Kamui carry Chrome to the regional shuttle. Upon returning to this familiar yet disturbing place, the Star of Life seems to be more chaotic than when Wanshi remembers. Due to the large-scale battle in City 75, the Star of Life, which had a reputation of being busy, and on a hellscape blood and vital fluid. Before the battle even began, the staff anticipated a large number of casualties, but even as they tried their best, they still could not cope with the spreading disaster. The With the longness, Arsenal destroyed most of the red tide. There were still mass casualties in the ruins of City 75. Cleaned up a large number of edible creatures, transported supplies, recovered samples, collected data. It may have appeared insignificant compared to the achievements of the core personnel, but it was still equally important. Once she takes Kamui to the ER's lobby via a familiar shuriken and places Chrome on a temporary maintenance table. We need apologies. The maintenance room is already at max capacity. Did you see my man's? You better not turn us away. Before you can even finish speaking, the staff hastily refuses to send a run servant to a room where he's being called for assistance. I would just be like, hey, but this is one of the Smiths. Could it be this many wounded? Why don't you let's contact President Hassan. While she nods, they both open their terminals to deny Hassan and Silica. No response. No response from Silica either. Is it too late in the evening? What about Asimov with the others? Most of the others are out on missions, but we could try Asimov. But then repeatedly call Asimov for help, but he does not pick up. For a long time, a strange face appears in front of her calmly. Silica! Well, Silica is currently in a meeting. I can relay a message to her, though, if you wish. This is kind of becoming suspicious. No one is in the office at all. But then quickly explain the situation. Someone is injured. Please proceed to the Star of Life and follow the procedure. I will jump you. But they're already at max capacity. In that case, when the personnel have no choice but to wait for a vacancy. I relay the message to Silica, but neither her nor the president can help with medical issues. I recommend you wait patiently. Are you kidding me? Your response is according to the protocol, and I can repeat it if you would like. Okay. Indeed. I guess we have no other choice. Once it abruptly terminates the call, please. If the Hassan and Silica are tied up as well, the comms are being rerouted. There's no point in wasting your breath. We have to think of another way. Well, please, help. Well, if it isn't Dr. Wanshi, I sure haven't seen you in a while, Doctor? A somewhat familiar face appears in a corner. You're still here, Doctor? Well, there's no other place for me to go now, is there? Anyway, I have a frame that needs maintenance. Is there space? Can't you tell? The doctor laughs awkwardly. He doesn't have to be in the maintenance room. He just needs a matching oxygen module and vital fluid dialysis. Are you going to operate? Is that a question? She hurries to the temporary maintenance table and checks the stock for Chrome's models. All that's left is a hand model. You can't replace it without a maintenance room. Oh, it's not as simple as just replacing the hand. She checked the reserves. The Star of Life used to also keep emergency supplies on hand. This is all we have. Nobody cares. We're already running on fumes here, but I can pull some strings to get you a vital fluid filter, seeing it as it's an emergency. Turns to Wanshi and says with a heavy heart, "You can think of another way, Dr. Wanshi." I don't like these people. They're not giving medical. I'll take the filter for now. She nods, squeezing her way through the crowded corridor. She quickly returns with the vital fluid filter. Together, she and Wanshi hook up Chrome to the machine. I recommend you get him out of here as soon as possible, she quietly whispers to Wanshi as they hook up the machine. Why? He won't get help. You know what I mean. If you ask why, all I can say is that the hospital is running out of supplies. I'll be in trouble if we say any more. She clears her throat after hooking up the machine. I've got work to do. If you think of another way, just leave the filter here. I'll come get it later. Thank you. He nods and disappears behind a corner marked the Star of Life. It's not the only way. We need to replace his dying parts now so that he has a chance to survive and recover. There aren't any available maintenance rooms or suitable parts. We need to take his bedroom and call it a day. What about somewhere else, like A29? I thought about that too, but what the hell does it even mean? In puzzle games, this sort of code normally represents a password, location, or a particular spot, and a large set of data. The captain couldn't have left us a clue about something none of us knew about, like a lock. The closest building related to A29 is a shop. That only leaves one possibility. The directory? Before they had arrived at this conclusion, they had been poring over the directory looking for people to call for help. It seems so obvious now. After the two reach a consensus, they quickly take out Chrome's terminal. Column A, number 29, A28 and 29 are both small. Let's give it a try. Once she presses the number in the directory. However, no one answers to the last glimmer of hope. As the dial tone continues to ring, a rare bead of sweat figures on Wanshi's forehead. and get the replacement parts for his frame, I could try to replace them here. I'll contact the captain's father. He really talks about his family, but I've heard others mention him. Great to see Kamui thinks this serious. She looks up for a moment. Honestly speaking, I mean, if Brody's about to die, I would be serious too. Like, I don't know how you're shocked. I've heard some rumors, but did you see the situation just now? They're obviously taking the captain's father into account. I think we should keep trying to reach Asimov. She presses the name in the directory once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Suddenly, there is a prompt to connect with them from the other end. Asimov? Huh? There is nothing in front of the communicator monitor except a young screen. So sorry, I shouldn't have connected Mr. Asimov calmly without his permission, but it kept ringing. Who's there? Forget it, doesn't matter. Do you know where he is? What does it matter? My name's Rosa. I came to ask Mr. Asimov for a few things. From her childish voice and being unable to reach the camera, the girl at 86 or 7 hears all that at most.
Oh my gosh, he's a little bean. It's not here. I think he's hiding so he can continue his research. We got an emergency. Where is he? An emergency? Go to zone B3 of the science console. That's where he goes so no one bothers him. B3 is the new research building of the science console, which is fairly close to the Star of Life. Let's go. A ray of hope shines on their beleaguered faces. Kamui picks up Chrome again and rushes to the shuttle outside. The shuttle quickly turns to zone B3. There's a young girl standing in front of the stairs of the building. Hi, I'm Rosa. You said it was an emergency, so I followed you here to see if I can help. Mr. Asimov should be in the sealed lab.
Sealed lab?
Yeah, Mr. Asimov doesn't like being bothered, so...
She explains obediently, but begins to get nervous after seeing Kamui's anxious face.
Sorry, follow me. She's so precious.
Rosa races into the building and up the emergency stairwell at nearly Mach 1. Wait, Mach 1? Not like Mach 20? Okay. Banging on a wall around the corner.
Mr. Asimov!
Rosa's voice trembles with a slight whimper. The crashing of various research equipment comes from the depths of the sealed lab. Arriving upstairs, Asimov stares at Wanshi with kindred dark circles of brilliance under his eyes as he is packing up the things he had just knocked over. Wanshi wants to... so someone can scare Asimov. That's what we're worried about. Can't scare Asimov, huh? But he has more pressing issues. Save our captain! Okay, calm down. He looks at Chrome, who is gravely injured in Kamui's arm, and his face turns pale. Come with me. Say less. Asimov hurries into the sealed lab. Rosa stands determinedly and waves as if choosing not to follow them. Might not be the ER, but your timing couldn't be better. I've been working to fix the remaining problems with Chrome's frame since this morning. I left my terminal in the workshop. He kept disrupting me. Just so happy to fix the issue that's been giving me trouble all this time. Pushes open the door, takes Chrome from Kamui and places him on the maintenance table. Wanshi, give me your hand. She nods and... Wanshi nods and immediately begins attaching various instruments near the table to Chrome. What about me? I still need to confirm some things. Grab my terminal. Rosa may have taken it with her. Terminal? Go. Roger. I think we'll call it quits there. Oh no. My baby, my Sheila. Mom. Alright, I know she's saying. What is team in here? I'll try. I've been saving up a couple of the summons that I get every now and again that I get. I'm playing. I'm feeling they want me to go for the full 20. I'll be the extra item. Still have to do in here. For a total of 21 days. We'll look at that one. Okay. Let's go. Collect these really quickly. Oh, I leveled out. Pretty nice. Advance, climb that one. Dum. Sure. Celebratory gift. Thank you, thank you. I'm most likely gonna be smashing those tickets when I get a chance. Like that. Like that. And alright. The moment we've all been waiting for. Can we get our girl? Okay. Let's go ham. Okay, looking promising. No. Okay. Last one is what we should be looking for. Boing, boing, boing. Okay. And our last one.
One day, our favorite flowers will sprout upon this earth. Let's make this a
I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that Watanabe, but I mean, much obliged, I guess. No, 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 no. Yes, no, 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 no. Okay, so it's like the fourth one? Bing, get that. Not care about. Not care about. Perfect. Skip. Bow. Oh, okay. Sure. You see her, I guess. I don't know. I'm probably not even gonna actually summon that one, but we really want this one. We did 27 to 60, which isn't too bad. This is the basics. Ooh, you get weapons. Ooh. Oh, yeah. I really want that one. And I have none of those, so it's quite a shame, but it's fine. Just let's scratch. So, looks like, unfortunately, not lucky enough to get the girly just yet. Probably gonna have to max it fully out before we actually get her. Alright. I'll go ahead and, do a little something in there. And, get from there. Pause. Substitute. Cannot quick substitute. Why? Gotta go from there. Get a little something. Awesome. And hopefully we'll have a little something ready for when it's time to summon again. Next time we play. Tomorrow is going to be Tuesday. Dying Light. Correct. And then Wednesday, Minecraft. Thursday. Yeah. I believe that is correct. Might be wrong. But as far as I'm aware, tomorrow is Dying Light. I think I was getting a bit of a hang of it. So fingers crossed that it'll be all good, all great. Scrumdiddlyumptious and I won't get stuck. I think the main thing is that it's just like very nerve-wracking. And like I can watch people play horror games or like scary games, but if you put me into it, it's a no-go. You know, I start getting shiver me timbers and stuff. So alas, it's fine. So if you want to pop in, I believe it is multiplayer, so you can just join in and just play along with me. It'll be great help because I sometimes just don't know where I'm going, especially when it comes to like the beach side and like the mountain area. So bear with me. Nonetheless, thank you all that decided to come in. Twitter is where you can always find me for polls or any other interactions, works in progresses, and so on. If you need to contact me, I think I said that already, but I digress. YouTube is where you can watch all VODs, miscellaneous videos. It's going to be a bit of Mormons and War Robots Frontiers for this week. I guess enjoy if you choose. If not, that's fine.
But alas,
You can also join in with the community tabs. If you don't have Twitter, then you can go ahead and join in with the polls and stuff there. Speaking of, if you want to join in with the live streams, you can also do it there. But if not, you can also go to Twitch, which is, assuming this is where you're watching me on. We live stream 12 a.m. well, 12:30 a.m. Central Timing every day. A different game, but try to keep it basic, you know. I usually do it at 12, but kind of push the time up just a tad bit, just so it could be a little easier for me. And Instagram, which I barely post on, but any art and animation that I make is going to be up on there. So if you choose to go ahead and follow there as well, feel free. For TikTok, I still can't see your comments, but once the shipment comes in, hopefully about this week, it should be. I should be able to, assuming that the setup is actually going to work. I should be able to start seeing everyone's chat and everyone who joins in. That'll be fun. I did see that there were some gifts yesterday, so thank you for the gifts. The little roses. Very appreciative. That means a lot. I just can only see them after the stream. So yeah, don't worry. I'm not ignoring y'all. I just can't see y'all. So with that being said, thank you all who decided to join in, and I hope to see you tomorrow for some Dying Light. My voice is fried. I'm gonna go ahead and get some water or something. Have a good night.